Hi everyone, welcome to another Sailing Bluefin video. So I actually posted on Women Who Sail today about my creation that I've made. So I've made this blanket over probably about a couple of months. And that's what it looks like. So this is my creation, and I had a lot of questions on how to actually make it, what sort of yarn I used and how I did it without needles or hooks or anything. So this is actually more of a finger knitting style, so I'll show you how to do it on this video. Okay, so before we do start, I just wanted to apologise for the lack of light because it is getting a bit dark here. So, this is the Loopy yarn. So this comes in a little bundle with this around it, and it's called Loopy, Moda, Vera, and you get 100 grams, so it's polyester and it's extremely soft, so almost like a baby blanket sort of soft, which is really nice and fluffy. So this is one of the types you can get. And the other type is the Bernat Yarnspirations one, which is this one that I've also used in my blanket. So I've used a mix of them. They do vary in prices and also in quality, but they're all over like very soft. And also in their weight. So some come in 100 gram packets, like this one here, and others come in quite, I think, 250 gram packets. So this is obviously multicolored, and the loops are slightly bigger in the Bernat one. But overall they're pretty good, and I used both in my thing. I think they were around $20. So I think I'm going to show you on this small piece of wool first, or small piece of loopy yarn, just because I'm using this other one for a creation as well, probably a beanie or something, so you can make all sorts of things. This only has a few loops, so we'll do kind of like a small version of the blanket. So for my blanket, I use 70 loops across, and you can make it as long as you want with as many balls of yarn that you have. Okay, let's do it. So I hope you can all see. This is my first video doing this, so I'm hoping that it's alright. So this is the loopy yarn that we had before. This is that string that I had. And I also want to apologise for the country music in the background. We are at a marina. Okay, not that there's anything wrong with country music. Anyway, so to start off with, you basically want one loop away, or a couple if the string's longer. Just for this one, we'll put one loop away, and that's going to kind of tie in the end. So you can do as many loops as you want to make it as wide as you want, basically. So for my blanket, it was 70 loops. So for this one, we're only going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 8. We'll do 8, apart from the one that we've left off. So to start, you want to have all your loops pointing upwards, and then when you get to your next row to start off with, you want to flip it round and basically have all the loops. Actually, I'm going to flip this around so you can see better. But you want to have all your loops pointing upwards on both rows. So we have our 1 here still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you have your 8. And then from here onwards will be your next row. So to start off with, you want to take the back loop of the end, and you want to put it through the loop of the bottom row, and you're going to pull upwards. And you're going to continue doing this for the whole way. So pull the back loop through and up. You want to go through and up through and up, through and up, making sure that your loops are always facing upwards. So you're going to go through and up, through and up. Oh, sorry, I got a bit stuck there. Through and up. I'm just going to move my light a little bit so you can see better. And again, so you want to make sure that you don't miss any loops as well. Through and up. Through and up. Oh, actually, we will keep that little loop out. That was our one loop. So we're going to keep that bit out. And then to continue on to your next row, you basically do the same thing. So you spin it round, and you're continuing on from what you just did. So you make sure that all your loops are pointing upwards again. And you're going to continue from this side. So for the corners, you make sure you have your top loop here, and you're going to pull it through the bottom loop and up. Through the bottom loop and up. Through the bottom loop and up. Make sure you always have your loops pointing upwards and that they're not twisted, which is another thing. So you're going through and up, through and up, through, and so that basically gives you your 3 rows. And on the back it gives you quite a nice pattern as well, so it's cute all the way through. I'll show you how to add another row on first. So this is my white cutoff as well that I used for my blanket. And you're basically going to line up your loops like you did with your ongoing rows. So you line up your loops, and either side you just do the same thing. You continue on. So you go through and up here, making sure your loops are facing upwards, through, oh that's a bit twisted, through and up, actually going to do another row here so that I can finish it off properly. So we're going to go through and up again like we did before, through and up, through and up, through and up. So now you're going to start from the opposite side which your cutoff is on, or which the end tail is on, so this side here. And we're just doing the top ending bit, so we're making a nice little border. So you're going to get your second loop here, your second loop here from the end, and opposite to your string. So you're going to get the second loop, and you're going to pull it through the ending loop. And this is going to create this really nice V pattern. And then you're going to get your next loop and pull it through that one. You're going to get this loop, pull it through this one. Oh, sometimes the loop holes are a little bit small, so you're starting to get this really nice V shape. And kind of like a border edge. So you're just going to make sure it's nice and even. Pulling through, so it looks really cute at the end. And pulling through again. For your ending bit with your scissors, you're going to cut here. You're going to cut one of the loops at the end, just here, like so. And that's going to create your end little tail. And you're going to cut that little bit off. And next what you're going to do is just pull it through this bit, and that's going to create your kind of ending bit. Then from here, to make sure it's nicely done, your ending corner is nicely done, you're just actually going to tuck it back into itself. And because the back has like quite a lot of lines and bumpy texture, it's not going to make such a difference. So you just need to kind of weave it in and out of the back, like so. And you'll see at the front, It creates your sort of edge here. So I'd actually made a little mistake where I'd left out one of the loops, and that's why the end piece looked a bit funny. So I just went back and undid the loop, so you can undo them any time and they'll come straight out, which is the great thing about it. So now you can see the ending piece looks a bit more normal. So I just looped it through the end loop, and we're going to turn over to the back, and we're just going to weave it through the little pieces here. You can basically weave it through anywhere. You can make it look a lot nicer, or just weave it wherever it kind of works. And then, as I said, you can do a little knot there, or you can leave it like that. So your ending piece will look nice and finished like this. Obviously it looks a lot better in a huge blanket, but you can see it takes very little time to actually make a row, which is great. And so with these little end cut-off bits, you can just weave them in as well. So you just weave them in like so. And obviously it's a bit more clean if you weave it in where the colours meet, but you don't have to. And with these little bits here, you can actually just cut that bit off like that, or you can weave it in again. But see, I've cut this little bit off here so it's nice and neat. And on the other side, you just cut the little loop right here in the middle like that. Just gives you a little tail end, cut off the excess, and you just loop it in like so. And that's it. You have your little mini blanket. Just like this. Very cute. And that's the back. That's it. That's how you make a loopy yarn blanket. And it's just a bigger version of this. So this one here. So this is the big one and the mini one. I hope you liked the video, and I hope this helps you in your further creations. Please follow our channel, so subscribe to our channel and like this video. We make lots of creations. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching our video. See ya.